Do the right tune. Can you remember it?
You're being watched.
Yeah, but how does the tune go?
I can't remember.
Do-do-dun, do-do-dun.
You're being watched.
The government has a secret system.
Dun-dun-dun.
You are being watched.
Hello, welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
And I am Kyla.
And you are being watched, and we are watching Person of Interest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we've got cameras in everybody's house. We're here to watch Person of Interest. Oh, I lost my page. Person of Interest. Last time, it was Super. Reese was recovering from being shot. Finch got in an apartment, and at the apartment, the Super was the number.
Yeah.
Turns out he was a good guy.
Yeah.
There we go. But the biggest news, we had flashbacks to the machine.
Yep.
They sold it for how much?
$1.
$1 to the government. One of the government agents they were selling it to was a red outline because he was a threat to the system. He's been trying to break into it.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, it came up saying, Nathan Ingram, threat to system. Other than that, Carter is now aware of what they do.
Yes.
She got the example of a guy that, and she stopped him before it happened. That detective is what we do.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
That whole episode had some really great moments. But anyway, we're on to episode 12, Legacy.
Ooh.
This aired on the 19th of January, 2012. Mm-hmm. It was directed by Brad Anderson and written by Amanda Segel, who also wrote Witness, which, if you remember, was the one where we found out who Elias was, which is a very good episode.
Yeah.
So I've got high hopes for you, Amanda. You wrote this one as well.
Yeah.
So, what do we reckon is going to happen?
I don't know.
More machine, do you think?
Hopefully more machine, but then it's
I don't know, we got a lot last time.
Yeah, it has a tendency of throwing that little bit out to just pique your interest, and then...
Yeah. I kind of like the way it does. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Lost flashbacks. So one episode you get this whole character's flashbacks, whereas in this, in an episode you get flashbacks that relate to each other, and then maybe another time we'll get them. But more Carter, maybe?
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Reese is fully healed, maybe? He was up and about and chat the guy at the window, so
yeah, he did, actually.
Who knows? But anyway, let's get on with it. Full reaction is in the description. You need your own copy. We're watching on Amazon Prime. But make sure to come back for our discussion.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Let's go.
Why are we following her?
She's a bit anxious. Oh.
Coffee's getting cold, detective.
Nice suit.
Oh, you finally found me.
I looked for her. I'm sorry I got your shot card, but they were all out. Got a lot of questions. I want to know more.
Piqued the
As
interest.
you go down that road, there's no looking back. All I can tell you is we hear about people in danger.
Why me?
Because your moral compass is pointed in the right direction. Because I'm tired of you chasing me.
Andrea Gutierrez?
Civil litigation attorney with a sealed juvie record. I need it unsealed, Carter.
What did I just say about rules?
You have your rules. And you have the chance to save a life.
It's a bit of a decision, isn't it? It's a crazy moral dilemma.
Yeah.
You can never know about the machine.
I doubt if she'd believe it if I told her.
Andrea Gutierrez, born and raised in Queens and SUNY New Paltz and Queens College Law, where she studied civil litigation.
She's a scrapper.
What I've wrote, she's going to be the person.
She owes $50,000
She's going to be the bad person
loans.
this time.
That's a lot of debt. Maybe she borrowed money from the wrong person.
By suing the state on behalf of inmates and ex-cons with grievances from their stay behind bars.
Objection. Is Miss Gutierrez testifying now? Judge O'Connor, this case is baseless.
Give me a break.
Miss Gutierrez.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just have a hard time taking the state seriously when it's wearing that tie.
Let's adjourn while you two grow up. Get your witnesses in order, we'll reconvene.
I told you those drugs weren't mine. I mean, you're testing me, man. Why don't you believe me?
You should have been more careful.
Sounds like Dirty Cop, doesn't it?
It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. He generally sounded quite
Yeah.
concerned / innocent.
Pastrami from Zabar's? You must need something big.
Terrence King's blood test.
I'll look into it, Andy.
Thank you.
You better go. Boss lady's coming.
Did you go through proper channels?
I did. Those channels are so freaking slow.
I think she's helping herself here.
How does nobody realise that he's creepily following them?
I mean, would you pay attention to people following you?
I probably would.
In your general day? I don't know if you would.
I was worried you'd change your mind.
I got your girl Andrea Gutierrez's juvie records. Teenage troublemaker.
Hold on, Carter. What is it, Lionel?
Carter's up to something.
I appreciate your concern about my ass, Lionel, but I can handle Detective Carter.
I'm telling you, she's talking to someone to keep it on the down low. Working something on her own.
I'll keep that in mind.
They don't know, that's great.
You still with me, Carter? Thanks. Someone's tailing our girl.
Someone other than you?
Would you notice a tail on a tail?
Yeah. Oh.
She knows them like Kung Fu. Like, you know, and you just expect someone to karate someone's arm.
Oh!
Okay. Oh, no, she did nothing.
She didn't even realise. That's so cool.
I think he's healed.
Yeah. He's still a bit... I don't know. Yeah, no, he's not fully healed.
No. Mr. Reese, you alright?
Wishing gunshot wounds. Healed faster.
Yeah, there you go. I quite like that. That's quite cool. At least he stopped him. Oh.
Sailing's into anabolic steroids.
She's safe for now, but with the way that guy handled himself, I don't know for how much longer.
I like how she didn't even notice.
No, that's why you don't wear earphones when you're walking around.
Yeah. Someone being sneaky.
Someone is.
Excuse me. We need to get her files.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Half day, Finch?
Stay close to Miss Gutierrez. I'll be back soon.
Something's going on.
It's not suspicious, is it?
I love this soundtrack so much.
Happy you're home, Will.
Sorry you had to bail me out again.
How'd you get into my office without anyone noticing?
Trade secret. Are you having second thoughts?
It's just a lot of prying eyes.
Getting paranoid, Carter. That's a step in the right direction.
You're being watched after all.
Yeah.
What type of work do you do?
It's complicated.
Oh.
Sorry.
Smooth. Oh no.
Oh no. My drink just poured over your desk.
I have a signal now.
It's like identical.
Why do you want to sue your boss?
Well, my working conditions are unsafe.
I sent an email with a virus promising 40% off any purchase at Bloomingdale's. She couldn't resist downloading it.
So what's this boss of yours like?
He's one of those rich loner types. Kind you'd call strange if he didn't have so much cash. So instead he's eccentric.
It's like looking in the mirror, isn't it?
He's gonna...
So did you get the blood test?
Chris is working on it.
Thank you.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Seems like a good person.
Too good a person.
Anadrol. I'll tell you, only if I don't wind up getting called to a crime scene, understood?
You have my word, detective. Finch, I see him. Remember me? Yeah.
Oh. Wow. He's prepared this time.
Yes, it wasn't so much sprung upon.
Yeah.
Reed, are you okay?
Oh.
But I can't say the same about the other guy. So much for not dropping any bodies.
Well. Car's got some work to do.
Oops. To be fair, that wasn't his fault.
I mean, he was chasing him.
Well, you should have watched where he was running.
3 years of Terrence King. They share a parole officer named Dominic Galuska.
I give you an address, and you promised me no one would get dead. And what happens?
Get dead.
Mr. Garcia didn't look both ways before.
How did you know the dead guy's name?
It was on his driver's license.
You stole a dead guy's wallet. Who'd want to kill her?
I'm working on it.
10%, okay? Our deal was 30% of your paycheck.
Where's my money? Who do you think you're talking to? Thought I was talking to the guy who's shaking down his parolees for their legit pay.
Flat on his ass.
I'm Dominic Galuska, and I may be a danger to myself and others.
Nice.
He's so cool about it all, isn't he? He's just like...
Hadn't been here since the funeral.
Jack's the son of the other guy with the machine.
Well, he works a lot. Thank you. Have you had a chance to go through everything?
Turns out Dad was a bit of a pack rat. Never the underlying cause. I want to really help people.
At first I thought it might have been his son, and then I was like...
You sound like your father.
Yeah.
And then because they said about the funeral and bits, I was like, hang on.
Sorry.
You framed Galuska for making a death threat against one of his parolees?
You said you needed evidence.
Not like that.
You don't want to interrogate him, Carter. I'd be happy to do it for you.
Several of his parolees that got sent back inside complained about him setting them up. Said Galuska planted evidence on them.
It's about Carter. Because you're still acting all hinky.
No, it's not Carter I'm concerned about right now. It's someone else.
All right, what's his job?
Like how he's got both of them to use and abuse.
Threatening a parolee's life, Dominic.
This is some kind of misunderstanding.
Just a little depressed, huh? Got a tough job. From what I'm saying here, not very good at it. You got the hard work, crap pay. Which is why it's interesting you drive such a nice truck.
My aunt passed away a couple of months ago, left me some money. Why do you care?
That chestnut.
Likely story.
I think I'm ready for my lawyer now.
Galuska walked.
No, you did great, Carter.
While you two were having a chat, I got into his apartment. Borrowed his computer.
You broke into his apartment.
You said you couldn't do anything illegal. You didn't say anything about me.
I feel like the law does that for her.
Mr. Galuska should know better than to protect his important files with his birth date.
Nice.
A lot of money in the bank for a man who makes less than 50 grand a year.
He's getting kickbacks from somewhere or someone. Galuska took out exactly $9,900 from his savings account 3 days ago. There's another one in the same amount just last night. That means
He hired someone else to finish the job.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not good. Get flashbacks to the John Wick 3 fight scene in the library.
John!
Was there just in the nick of time again.
Of course.
What the hell?
I'm like you. I give people second chances.
So you were never in jail?
Not in this country. Excuse me.
Mr. Reed? Wow. And I've confirmed that he's one of Dominic Galuska's parolees.
You kicked the hornet's nest with Terrence's case. Galuska may have planted those drugs in his home.
That means Terrence is actually innocent.
You're getting better at bitching your tail. Maybe you got a knack for breaking the law.
Parolees he's busted were single parents.
Which means their kids end up in foster care. Galuska wasn't getting paid for the parolees, he was getting paid for their kids.
Each child is worth about $800 a month.
You're good at this, Carter.
It's my job. And I didn't even have to shoot anyone to do it.
Nice.
I just have
Slight
a few
dig there.
questions, Mr. Mrs.
Huh?
Kennedy.
Slight dig.
You have 6 foster children under your care. Where do all 6 of the children that are under your care sleep? Because it looks to me like you live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, you tell me the truth now, or I arrest both of you for interfering with the criminal investigation.
Jacob's the only child living with us right now. The others don't exist.
Luska's not smart enough to pull this off on his own. So he had to have a contact at DFS, and you are going to tell me who that person is.
We want a lawyer. End our phone call.
Cool.
Yeah.
You are interrupting me in the middle of an interrogation.
Sounded like the end of an interrogation to me. They asked for their lawyer.
How would you know that? Are you plugging my phone?
Gloria Copeland.
Yeah, but that's not enough evidence to arrest her. And if the Kinseys tip her off, Copeland's only going to destroy the evidence.
That's exactly what we want her to do. If we're going to work together, Detective, a little bit of trust is in order.
What do you think he's up to?
Dunno.
Well, he's there.
Scanner's installed, Mr. Reese.
It's pretty clever. It's a pretty clever device.
Yep.
We were right. The Kinseys must have contacted Gloria Copeland. She's begun shredding the documents. She makes it look like the parolees have more kids than they actually do. This scam must be worth upwards of $250,000 a month.
We got a problem then, Finch.
Damn.
Gloria Copeland left work early. She isn't the one shredding the documents. Beluska's got a different contact at DFS.
Gloria's innocent.
Well,
Henry,
it's her?
what are you doing here?
Or was it him
What do you want me to
shredding
do
them?
about it?
Call his caseworker, Chris.
I can't do that
Because I'm a bad guy.
God damn it, Chris.
because I'm the one that asked the judge to move him.
Ugh.
You're working with Kaluska.
You know the shame of it, Angie? Turns out you're actually a pretty good
She
lawyer.
brought him a sandwich.
Not that
No,
anyone's ever
you
gonna
don't
know
deserve it. God damn it, Chris. I should have spat in your sandwich when I had the chance.
Should have farted in it.
Huh? Farted in it, did you say?
Analysis.
Those kids were better off with their foster families than they ever were with their convict parents.
Terrence's son gave him a reason to stay clean.
Nice. She'd take her heels off there, a dead giveaway.
I wouldn't like my chances against John.
No, you'd be like, I surrender.
Yeah. Oh, in the back.
NYPD, turn around, drop your weapon. Drop!
This is so cool. We'll see their work together.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So just keep walking, nothing to see here.
I'll be right back.
Get 30% of $10 million.
Damn.
Not bad. Maybe you can stop sneaking into NYU.
That isn't long.
Thank you.
Oh, he doesn't often get a hug.
Nope.
I'm not gonna sell the place. Not right away, anyway. Going through his things, I realize how little I really knew. Now, most of it I don't understand. I get lost when it comes to computers, like you, right?
Right.
What liars.
Like, and look, whatever
Something
it
really
was
fishy
that he was working
happened, didn't
on,
it?
He sold it to the government for $1. So that means it was either something worthless or priceless. Did he ever talk to you about it? I mean, you were his closest friend.
No, he never did.
Liar.
What are you gonna do? Oh. Getting goosebumps, Claire.
Goosebumps?
Yeah.
I hope you understand that there are certain things that I can't tell you.
How
Oh, I
rude.
understand completely, Finch.
Wow. But will he find them out?
That is the...
How's it going, Lionel?
No.
On that new assignment you gave me.
He's going to be following the kid, isn't he? And, yeah.
This is following Finch. So that was episode 12, Legacy
Yes.
of Person of Interest. And
Yeah.
what did you think of that, Claire?
Oh, I really liked it.
Yeah?
I really liked
Enjoyed
all the
it?
episodes, yeah.
You seemed a lot more immersed in this one than usual, because I didn't hear much from you.
I
was like, are you okay over there?
I don't know. I like I said at the beginning, like I wondered if it would be her as the bad person.
Yeah, that's the,
but
the wonder.
But it's
yeah.
always that, and I was like, oh, last time there was a good person. Like you're trying to like see if there's a pattern.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, maybe it'd be the bad
I don't
person.
think there's ever a pattern. You can't really determine. They could be either. But it's not always just as simple as if they're good or bad. Like this one had a twist as well, but the twist happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, it's Gloria. And then, oh no, it's not. It's Chris.
Yeah, she's not there.
yeah. So, but basically, this followed Andrea
Yeah.
Gutierrez. Gutierrez. I don't know how to pronounce her surname, but she was a
lawyer.
Yeah. And yeah, she was the person of interest. But yeah,
And
she's
doing cases for people that have gone back into prison after parole,
and they think
parole,
and they think they've been mistreated
framed,
or they've been framed or.
It was following Tyrese. Was it Tyrese?
Terrence. Yeah.
They had a little son called Jacob.
Yep. And they're saying he was framed.
Yeah, because
they
weren't his drugs.
They planted drugs and
yeah. And they did a drugs test, but then
it was negative, but the results had been hidden. They'd been
That should have been our first clue to that guy.
I mean, we didn't know they'd been hidden to begin
No.
with. We just thought that it was taking a while for the forms to come through.
Yeah.
Obviously, she'd gone through the channels and then tried with Chris. She brought him
Yeah.
lunch and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, can I get those files?" And he's like, "Oh, try."
Yeah.
Turns out this took a while because he's not bothering, probably. But yeah, she seemed like a very a caring person. You could tell from the way she talked. She's in $70,000 of debt.
Yeah.
And she sues the state on behalf of ex-inmates. Is what she does, so. Yeah.
We met the parole officer, who was
Yes. Do you remember his name? Dominic
Yeah.
Galuska. Yeah, Dominic Galuska, parole officer. What was his deal then? Very
so-
nice guy, right?
Yeah, he was basically blackmailing.
Yes. I always go to say
Convicts,
bribing, and I don't know why. I know
So
it's
like
blackmail.
one guy that
Yeah.
you saw, he wanted 30% of his wage after getting him the
Yes.
job, but he only had 10%, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
then that's when Mr.
Reese stepped in
Stepped in.
anyway. Yeah, what did he framed him?
Yeah.
That was really cool. What
It
did you
was.
think he was going to do when he said, "Get me some booze from in there"? Did you think he was going to do that?
I thought he was gonna plant it because it just seemed fitting
Yeah.
with the car there and stuff.
He's
but-
kind of done a similar thing before in the episode with I can't remember what it's called, but the one with the doctor. Remember her?
Yeah.
What was it called? Curate Ipsum, that one.
Yeah.
Where he framed the guy with all the drugs in the car, remember, and crashed it into
Yes.
the police station,
Yeah.
really. Yeah. It's similar like that, but
Yeah. That's when it all started to unravel, didn't it?
Yeah. So we found out that he paid $9,900 for a hit on her.
Yeah.
And then another one came out, and they're like, "Oh."
Because Mr. Reese obviously stopped the first one.
I know. I quite like how you said, "Oh, is he okay now? Like he's not
Yeah, like,
injured?"
he was fine.
And then as soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh, I think he's getting a bit beaten up."
Yeah.
And then he said it. I like
So
that.
I wish gunshots
I like the
would heal
continuation
quicker.
of stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
it's
can
quite
tell
nice.
there's a gap between it. Because
Yeah.
obviously, like, he was shot and in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
we only
yeah.
had one episode of him in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And now he's up, so you can
Yeah,
tell that
yeah.
there's spaces.
I mean, by the end of
but-
that episode as well, he was walking though.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah.
But do you know what I mean? You can tell that there's time between the episodes.
Yeah.
But
So no, yeah, it was good. But yeah, he paid for another hit. So the first hit, she was being followed in the middle of the night, and she didn't even notice that Reese stopped him. Reese tracked that guy down again, who then
Yeah.
got hit by a car.
Yeah.
It's quite funny because Carter was the one who gave him the address, and then said, "Don't leave the crime scene," and he left the body for her.
yeah.
And
Then he
she's-
was just like, well, you should have looked both ways.
Yeah. And he named him. I can't remember his name. Gino or something like that.
Yeah.
He said his name, and she's like, "How do you know his name?" It's like, it was on his driver's license.
It's
It's
like
like you
stealing.
robbed a dead
Yeah.
guy.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah, the second hit was in the library, and that's when.
Yeah.
But before that, like, Mr. Reese tried to hire her as a lawyer
Yeah.
to get closer, so he
Yeah.
could plant a mic, basically.
Yeah.
But then in the library, he finally revealed himself to be helping her.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I was going to say something. Come on,
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
Was it about the hits or the 9,900?
Can't remember.
Oh, sorry. But yeah. Thing.
I know.
My bad. What happened next then with all that? Your mind has really gone blank.
So then... Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's kind of related, but not following on, so to speak. I was just going to say that it didn't mention really about the machine. No, we said like, it would probably give us a break.
Yeah.
However, we obviously met that young lad at the beginning, didn't we?
Yes.
That we was a bit like,
so
who's
basically,
this guy?
Finch got a phone call. And
got a phone call
like,
about
picking, go. He's
kind
like,
of bailing someone out.
Yeah, so he
picking someone up.
bailed out. Do you remember his name?
No.
Will.
Will, yeah.
So
Will.
yeah.
And then he went to the loft, and then he said a comment about he hadn't been to the loft since the funeral.
Yes.
And that was the point where I was like, do you think this could be like the son of the other guy?
And I was like, do you think so? Obviously knowing
and
who
then
it
you
was.
saw the picture. So it's kind of like you didn't hear anything about the machine in this one. However...
there's a different kind of approach to
the machine.
Learning about it, I guess.
Because obviously the kid's now like...
What's
I
going
didn't
on?
know anything about my father through looking through this stuff.
And then he was saying to Finch...
And I'm sticking around to find out about him. Because he's found out that he sold it for $1.
But then he was like, even to Finch, he was like, I don't know much about this computer stuff, much like you.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yes, of course.
So I think there could be some...
Yeah.
Like, it's brewing for more machine talk.
Yeah.
Because it is like So all that we've seen of the machine is what they've wanted to show us.
Oh, yeah.
Does that, like, what Finch has wanted to show us, sort of thing? Because they're kind of like flashbacks, aren't they? Sort of, like, not controlled. I don't know what I'm trying to... But because this guy is going to be looking into what he did, it's going to be more into the storyline.
But do you think he's going to find out more?
Possibly.
How much do you think he'll find out?
I don't... It's...
Or do you think Finch will try to
really
stop him
hard
from finding
because
out?
I would like to think Finch would have removed all evidence of the machine ever taking place.
Yeah.
In that loft. But has Finch been able to access the loft? But this is Finch.
Yeah.
He can access anywhere. So, if anything, but then you would think that he wouldn't leave something behind to say about, like, selling it for $1, because that's like, hang on, like, there's just...
Yeah, like you said, it's either something that was completely worthless or something that was priceless.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Finch is now going to have to work at kind of covering that up.
Yeah. And, like, Reese obviously followed him and saw who he was with and worked out. Like, you saw the picture of Nathan.
Guessing maybe from, like, childhood, there wasn't a strong father-son. For him to be like, I didn't even know him.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe that's why
But then he also has a job as a doctor going around places. He was hinting at, like, he went to different places, so maybe that...
But that's why I'm wondering if Finch didn't think he needed to cover the tracks, because he maybe not foresee him looking into it, because there wasn't that sort of family
Maybe he
bond.
didn't know what Nathan had in that place.
No.
Maybe he had no idea.
Yeah.
They saw a box at the end with evidence written on it.
I think the little bits of machine that we might find out in the coming episode might be storyline based.
You think?
Because that's what I mean. Like, we've just seen these flashbacks that are kind of irrelevant to what's going on in the story. But it's probably going to involve...
I wouldn't say irrelevant exactly, but I'd say they're not directly...
Not involved in the storyline that's happening.
I guess. So last episode we learnt more about the machine, all the while Carter was getting closer to finding out what they do.
Yeah.
I kind of saw that as a parallel.
Yeah, there's usually a connection, but like, I feel like what we're going to learn from the machine is based on whatever he finds out current in the story.
Well, we'll have to see,
I just feel like there'd be more of a
But again, I feel
it.
like Finch, he didn't want to talk about it with Reese.
No.
And then I feel like because he even said to Reese, he was like, there are things I can't tell you about.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's probably got all the information, and he will try to probably stop people from knowing.
Yeah.
So he may even try to prevent
Will
from knowing. So
that's something you might see him working on, because it's always flashbacks, isn't it? It's back in the past machine.
That's it.
We don't really know anything about
current machine. I mean, the only thing we know is they're still getting numbers.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's all we know, is they're getting the numbers. And obviously, in the transitions, we see the machine looking at things, and yeah. So that's all we know. Yeah. But hopefully, we find out more. But obviously, I've seen it all. Yeah. But I'm not telling you nothing. No. But yeah, interesting to see where it will go. What was I going to say? So it turns out like they were doing a scam, faking children in foster places.
Yes, like $250,000, wasn't it?
Yes, and they were thinking, oh, this is Gloria. It's got to be her. She's signing for this. She's doing it.
Yeah, but then it turned out to be fraud.
I really like how Finch planted a scanner in the shredder, so then when she shredded when Chris shredded the documents, it turned out it scanned them.
Shredded, yeah.
So it's really clever. Yeah, I like that a lot. So then Andrea went to go ask Chris for help because Terrence was getting moved to maximum prison. And then he's like, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah.
Did shoot her. But then, John came along to save the day. Yeah. But, and then, this kind of culminated in, like, so the whole story was he first met Carter. Yeah. And Carter's like, I want to know what you're doing. Like, tell me more. And all he could tell her was, we find out information, who's good or bad. And that's kind of... We kind of know, obviously, we know a little bit more than Carter. We know there's a machine, and they get the social security number, and it sees everything. Yeah. She doesn't know that. No. She just knows the information, which is kind of cool as well. I like that she was seeing how much she knows. Yeah. I mean, she currently knows... Does she know more than Fusco? Not really, probably the same amount. Yeah, because he knows they're helping people.
But then I also like the fact that they're keeping them both in the dark.
Yes, I love that
because
dynamic.
I also was thinking, like, if they both knew, it would run the risk of them talking about it. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, have you heard from him? Have you heard? And then other people could hear and be like, have you heard from who? Yeah.
Like,
so by keeping them not knowing about each other...
Yeah. And it's a bit different as well, because Carter is wholly a good person.
Oh yeah, Fusco's a dirty cop.
Yeah, but he's been helping, and he's been doing stuff. But Fusco out the route is a dirty cop, So it's a bit of a different dynamic. Yeah. But I really like the whole Fusco calling him going, she's actually really shady, she's talking to someone.
Yeah, but Fusco's the type of person that will tell someone if, like, Reese asked, like, he's now telling that person, like, he's not opposed to stooping to that level, whereas I feel like Carter would be like, yeah, but why?
Yeah, and also Carter's like, I can't do this, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then Reese was even like, you didn't say anything about me breaking the law. And like I said, I was like, well, I think the general law covers you not breaking, doing things illegal. So, yeah, but I really like the dynamic of her now on the team, basically, like helping out, and she's doing it the legal way, I guess, and then they can do the little
legal part,
break into apartments and steal computers part. And I love how we had this with Fusco as well, but when she discovered that Finch was listening, she's like, well, you can hear? But yeah, it's cool. I like the dynamic. But then, they arrested Chris. She arrested Chris. Yeah. John went on his way with Andrea. And then Terrence was let out and all was good. She got a bunch of money, right?
Yeah.
30% of 10 million, was it? Yeah. Something like that, I think. So that's a lot of money for her. Pay off her debts, buy new shoes. There we go. It was pretty good. I enjoyed that episode. Yeah, it was a good one. Like I said, I like that we're now getting... So now Carter's discovering what's going on. Yeah. They've met each other face to face. They're working together. Yeah. It's crazy. It's very strange.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But there we go. Where do you reckon it go next? You reckon we'll discover more?
Probably.
Finch, will Fusco discover more about Finch?
I don't know. Will Fusco discover more about Carter?
Will they work out they both know this?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the Friends thing. They don't know that I know.
That you know. Yeah. We know. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that. So well, we're over halfway through the season now, so we're getting there finally, slowly but surely. But I'm loving this show. Can't wait to the next episode. I can't wait to every episode. But there we go. I don't think there's much else to say. Other than that, I wanted to say, like, I've said it before, but I love the visual of the machine and the transitions and stuff, and I love the soundtrack. Like, there's the bit where Will came out and it plays that theme. There's 2 songs from the soundtrack that I really love. One's like, I can't remember the exact names, like Listening with 1,000 Ears and Watching with 1,000,000 Eyes, something like that. They're just great. So good. Same composer as Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I think... Did he do one of the Bonds? I think he did Bond, but there we go. Ramin Djawadi, I believe his name is. Very good composer. There we go. Anyway, I'll shut up rambling. Just gushing over the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one is Mandalorian, isn't it?
Yes, shall be Mandalorian. We're finally getting through that. Hopefully be done soon.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you for watching again. Thank you for your support. I know I fluctuate between loads of videos and then slow it down, and I'm trying my best. This is the first time we've recorded in months.
Yeah.
We try to record more when we can. So there we go. But let everyone know the videos will be coming, and I hope you enjoyed. So thank you. All right then, we shall catch you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.